Back in the South Melbourne studios here, Richard Marsland style, and just a bit of unease in the break. There pretty much always is, and certainly there was some there.
Warriors' phone's gone off the
Warrior.
meltdown.
We got Spud, of course,
a few things out.
Duck and BT, and you got last night's game, which we've pretty much torn to shreds, and we can look at tonight, of course. We got the International Cool Breeze, which we need to get underway before Brian heads to the airport. And also, we've got a situation during the week, Damo, which I know with your news antenna, you had a very clear line of sight on how this all sort of unfolded.
I did, Jim, and it goes back to what was exchanged by way of words between Shane Mumford and Lance Franklin
We're still going on
last
about this.
weekend.
Yes.
No, we're going about this because we've got another angle on it, Spud.
Yeah, I hope so.
Because Wayne Carey, we read during the week.
What? Is this about me?
On September 14, Duck, you made some comments public. I think you made them on your radio program, didn't you, Jim? I think on the maybe the
wasn't on
Tuesday.
ours.
No, you made them public.
Get it right, Damo.
You said the world has gone mad that we're even talking about this.
I said it on a Crown Bet.
That's what you said.
Crown Bet, yep.
If you believe what he has said, truly, are we
Stay.
going to be that precious that we're not allowed to say anything on the football field anymore? It's gone too far. The fact that we're talking about it and people are writing about it, I think, is an absolute joke. And you go on and you expand on those thoughts, and it's a view that you're entitled to have and made very clearly and succinctly as you do make points. We then get to the Age newspaper of yesterday.
Oh, no.
We find this headline over a particular article penned by your good self. Your name is on this, by Wayne Carey.
Boy, it was very
I wrote it.
earnest.
It's time to eliminate personal sledging on the field.
Oh, boy.
Duck, in the space of 48 hours, you've been nobbled. Duck,
Reverse. Well,
you've changed your mind in 48 hours.
What's going on, Duck?
Unusual for you, Wayne.
Yeah.
Duck,
They're normally pretty solid.
I've done a 180.
you're now saying you can't say anything on the field.
tell you what I'm feeling right here, right now.
Oh,
I'm
boy,
feeling
yeah.
a little bit intimidated.
What with Warrior?
Go on,
Following
tell
much
us where
conjecture
we're
about the
bullying
bye.
you.
I'm feeling bullied. and hang on, and of all people, coming from Damo, who probably got bullied more than all of us for his life. And
Let's deal
and
with
you're
the
just
specifics of
turning
you.
this onto
Go on,
me.
Duck.
Duck, you must admit, it's an amazing about face in the
Yeah,
space
when
of
did
48
that-
hours. Someone's got to you. Someone at Channel 7. I put it to you. I don't know this. I put it to you. Someone has got to you.
Not in one iota. What
So
happened
how
is
did
I made those comments on Tuesday morning on Crown Bet,
Well, you're
Duck's
hanging
Tape.
under the
Well, how did you
microphone.
change your mind?
And then
Why
I
did you
wrote.
change
Hang
your
on,
mind?
I wrote that article because I changed the mind when the uproar around what had been said. I still to this day think that what Mummy said was on the lowest of scales and should not have been blown into what it was.
So how did you change your
But
mind?
given the uproar around it and given the uproar around what is mental health, I said, okay, if this is the line in the sand that we're going to draw, then what I was saying, we can't say that you can't say something to Buddy, but then Whitfield's open slather. So basically what I'm saying, line in the sand, the players have to come out with some sort of rule to say that, you know what, from now on, all players, because we don't know what each individual, Spud, we don't know what, you know, we've dealt with. We don't know what JB's dealing with. We don't know what, you know, you deal with, Purple, behind closed doors. Just because Buddy's come out and others haven't, that doesn't make them open slather. So what I'm saying is there's now...
So does that mean we can't say anything about anyone because we don't know?
No, you're exactly right. That's exactly what I'm saying, BT. The only thing that I said it in the article, I also said this. I said we as an industry have to have a good hard look at ourselves in terms of...
Who's we?
Well,
Be careful.
well, we're in the media. We're in the media.
Yeah,
so
but
what I'm saying is...
telling us how to
So
operate.
when there's an article written and when there's a double-page spread written with a load of crap in it, basically made up crap...
When you start strangling the microphone, things are getting serious.
Well,
You've
well,
flicked
and
your seat
standing
away
up.
and standing.
I would stand here and say that probably 3/4 of what Buddy has gone through has been not because of what's been said to him on the field, not because of comments that Mummy's made, but because some
Very
of the
little.
crap that's been written in the papers about him by certain journalists and made up crap and rumour and innuendo. I would think that would send you into more of a tailspin than what a
Yes,
couple of
I agree
comments
with
on
that.
a football
I
field
agree with that.
makes. So I'm saying that if that is the line, if Mummy was out of line,
Yep.
which I still don't think he was, but if we're saying he is, then what we have to do is we take all personal issues off the table, and I mean all, and then you leave it to the footy. So
Well,
Isaac
journos
Smith
as well.
talking about form, talking about being a terrible kick last week, all of that sort of banter.
So
by
I
all
can't
means,
call
go
Brian
for
if
it.
I'm playing on him. I hope you miss Melonhead or something like that. I'm allowed to say that?
Well, what if he's suffering from people calling him
Melonheaditis.
melonhead?
got-
No, but what if
he's been- what if I say-
Well, from a child, he's been called melonhead,
All right, what if I say to Brian
and that
then?
just hurts him.
What if I say to Brian, you've been stung by 1,000 bees?
What about if I say to you, you're crying again, Spud?
I've got it. And the other thing, I want a code of
Which
conduct.
I went to Ballarat during the week, and a mate of yours played up there with you. Said you cried when he played on you.
Oh,
as well.
that's
BT
crap.
Spud. Hang on. So I want a code of conduct. I want the players to make a code of conduct. What is and isn't
There is
acceptable.
one.
What if I-
And let me finish. And I want Triple M's Saturday rub
Yeah, hang on.
to mirror that code of conduct. And what that means is when we
Duck.
come in here,
Duck.
I want a bit more love.
Nah.
Like, I want to say purple.
No, you don't.
Are they new
we
glasses
don't
that
do
you're
that.
wearing?
We're not doing that.
Are they new glasses that you're wearing?
No, no.
Geez,
Gee,
hey,
they don't.
hey, BT, have you lost a little bit of weight?
No, no.
You look
Brian.
absolutely terrific.
Oh, can I
You
say
look-
this
And
then?
JB, geez, you look in love.
Can I
You
say to
look
Brian, have you...
I want some love. And you know, I don't look. I now know how Gerard Whateley felt last week, how Das felt the week before, Spud.
Duck,
When
Duck, you
these-
give Duck. Let's
Anyway.
get back.
Going too
I
far.
agree. When it comes to mental health, Doug, I agree, and I said this last week, Jim, and we've had conversations around it.
Can't
I
stand
agree. It's a no-go zone. It's
Yeah.
as no-go a zone
Well,
as
the players
racial
need-
and religious and sexual vilification
How do you know
is.
who's
Well, the
going
players-
through it
No,
and who's not?
But Doug, what I want to get to,
That's a
and
good
this is what I
question.
still haven't got an answer here.
Yeah. You're
Why?
backtracked.
How could you change so dramatically over a course of
Did
an
you not-
AFL
did you
career?
not- Did you not listen to me?
I
think
didn't
you
get a
read an
clear
Did you
article.
not listen to
understanding.
me? I said with the uproar around what happened with Mummy, with the
After
uproar,
your comments.
people are saying.
So you've bowed to the
People
uproar.
are saying
You've never listened to what
What
people
No,
have
he's
said about
reacted
your
to
saying
comments.
is if that's now
reacted
the
to the
line,
uproar.
if that's now the line, no, because I got disappointed with
You never
people
change
saying
when you
that
say
it was okay. Hanbury stood in a press conference, stood in front of the cameras and said, "Really disappointing what Mummy said." To Buddy, but Buddy was allowed to say whatever he wanted to Whitfield about what he's
Well,
going
Doug-
through, and I thought, you don't know what Whitfield's going through, so if that's the case, draw a line in
Yeah.
the sand, and we can't say
Well,
anything.
can
No,
I-
you're being facetious now.
All right, you are. Doug,
No, I'm not.
And
Can
that's
I
not, it's not
say-
a real solution to your
Yeah.
issue either. You
Can I
know
say-
players cannot stop saying things on the ground.
Can I say this then, Doug?
Well, they have to, Purple.
Can I-
They simply have to. If there's an uproar about what he said, and like I said, I
I'm
think
more confused.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it was a 0.05.
Doug,
Were you nobbled?
Hey?
Were
Well,
you-
not
were you-
not whatsoever.
Someone suggested
got
you
it,
write
yeah.
that.
No one. In actual fact, I'd written that. I wrote that on Wednesday. It goes in Friday. I finished that on Wednesday.
Plenty
these-
of time for a
so
meeting.
am I
mate.
allowed
that was
to-
Are these
before,
the
and
first
that was
backward
and-
steps
hang
you've
on.
ever taken?
No, and that was before. What's it, Sally Bryan or Sally Bryan?
No,
from
hang on.
the
If
Herald
you
Sun?
finished that Wednesday, you made those comments
Tuesday.
where you said,
I made them Tuesday.
So
I wrote
Tuesday
the article
night-
Wednesday.
so overnight you've changed what you said publicly.
Yes.
Someone's spoken to you.
Yeah.
Tuesday
No
night.
one spoke
So,
to me.
Doug,
Channel 7.
can I, if
Channel
I see
7.
Chief, can I
What
say
I-
this, mate? What have you been sitting on a gas pipe for 24 hours? Am I allowed to say that or not?
No, gas
Well,
pipe.
if he
Getting a bit of a
hasn't.
workout.
well, if he takes offence to that, and then goes home and eats 5 pizzas, then maybe you can't.
Can I say to Damien? Sorry, can I say to Damien, hello, binocular head? Is that?
Duck,
Am I allowed
That's a
to or not?
form of bullying.
Duck.
But he's here now, though.
Shut up for a second,
Eyeballing
Spud.
him.
If it's at all possible, Duck.
Yes.
Are these the first backward steps you've ever taken? That's the question I'm asking you. This might be the first in your
admit it,
40
Doug.
odd years.
I'm growing up.
He's standing up.
I'm growing up in front of your eyes.
I
been
don't like it
nobbled.
when he stands up.
You've been nobbled.
Yeah, he looks like he's ready to go.
Someone's got to you. It's a shame because you've never listened to anyone before.
It's a good point, Damo, and we agree with you. Something has been happening along the timeline there
Have you got
somewhere.
something you want to get to, Bristol?
Just quickly, everyone's talking about the next week's game. You know, Western Bulldogs going up to play at Spotless Stadium.
Can we do
and,
this after the break?
Yeah. Okay.
Is that possible? We are running horrifically late.
Can we talk about
Shut up, Spud.
the media rights?
It's not possible for you to be quiet for a second.
You had me go on
You
the
need
radio
to do
rights.
it now, Spud, because we got to get to a break. And the people, the beautiful people from Fiat Ducato who pay your wage and all of ours need the clean air for us to do the right thing by them. We'll get to that after
Can
the
I
break,
call you a
Spud.
skinny little...
Can call me whatever you like.